Hey everybody, my name is Ashley Rush and I'm an independent creative memories advisor located in North Carolina. I have a super duper fun video for you today. I am going to be teaching you a technique that I learned from my Japanese creative memory sisters, obviously located in Japan. Why did I feel the need to clarify that? So we on occasion do technique swaps with other countries that have creative memories. So Canada, Australia, maybe New Zealand. I don't know. Do you guys have, maybe you guys are lumped in with Australia office, Japan, and the United States. We all have our individual creative memories home offices. Anyways, so we'll do technique swaps where they teach us something, we teach them something, and then we can go disseminate the information to the world. So this is that information. I am so excited to teach it to you because it's taking a tool and it's making use of a tool that's maybe not super popular anymore, which I love to bring things back. Spoiler alert, it's, up here. And then it makes use of paper, like it's paper saving. In fact, guys, you're not going to believe this, but you will be able to make a two-page spread using one sheet of paper. One sheet of paper to make a two-page spread. Mind blown. So stick around. Make sure you guys watch till the end. I do cheat like a little bit, but that's just because I'm me and I get to make the rules and break the rules. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. To complete this project, you will need the 12-inch trimmer, the 12-inch decorative trimmer, the geometric frame border punch, a tape runner, and a piece of paper. In addition to your piece of paper, you will need two pieces of paper to serve as your base, or two items to serve as your base. That could be decorative paper, it could be cardstock, it can even be directly on your refill pages. If you don't have all of these products, that's okay. I will help you guys make substitutions at the end and show you some different variations. Let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we need is that piece of paper. All right, I'm going to take this paper and I'm going to cut 5 1.5-inch strips. All right, once you have your 5 1.5-inch strips, you are left with a 4.5 sheet of paper. So I'm going to take that 4.5 sheet of paper and I'm going to take my 12-inch decorative trimmer. Now this is used to cut waves into your paper. I'm going to be using the shorter waves. It's been a while since I've taken physics and whatnot. So I'm going to be using this side, and to help you orient, the fold-out arm here is going to be on my left-hand side, and then I'm using this piece of the wave. I'm going to open up my trimmer, and I'm going to line my paper up at 1.5 marks. So that's actually going to be just to the right of my wave track, right about here. Remember, each of these squares is 1/4 inch, so that's how you can help line up your paper. Now, if you want to get everything perfect, you can scoot your paper up so that instead of using the ledge to rest, you are putting it right on that next 1/4 inch so it is centered in your trimmer. All right, now I'm going to use this cutting blade. Right, so you get this little strip of paper. We won't be using it, but it is so cute. So make sure you guys save it for future projects. Now I'm going to repeat the process by turning my paper. Again, I'm going to that 1.5-inch mark, and I am cheating my paper up 1/4 inch. All right, we are done with our decorative trimmer. Now remember, if you do not have this trimmer, that's okay. I will show you guys a cheat at the end to help you work around that. Okay, we are just gonna set this piece aside. We will come back to it later. Let's address those 1.5 inch strips. You will be using those with our geometric frame punch. Now guys, at the time of filming, this is on discount in our December deals section on my Creative Memories website. I will drop a link to that in the description, but hurry up and get it fast because it is on sale and we never know how long things like that are going to last. All right, so once I open up my punch, instead of starting on these marks here, because our strips are skinny, that's going to be hard to do. So we're actually going to start at the little metallic line on the tray. That is usually used for when you're going to use these punches to create a frame. I showed you guys how to do that in my spider web video, so make sure you check that out. So I'm going to be starting at that, that little line, and I'm going to go ahead and punch. And I'm going to punch one more time. Actually, I'm going to punch all the way through. Once you've punched all the way through, you can pull this back to the beginning so that you can line up on this side to get that little rectangle you missed. All right, now you just need to repeat that process 4 more times. If you are careful, you can stack your strips and cut them 2, maybe even 3 at a time, but I wouldn't recommend any more than that. And you're going to want to be very careful that you keep that nice and straight while you're cutting. All right, I have finished cutting my 5 strips with my geometric frame punch. I'm now finished with this and I can put it away. Now to make this a true 1 piece of paper layout, you would just mount these onto your refill pages. So those would come in white, Spargo, black, natural. This particular set would look super cute on the natural, but I'm a little extra, so I am going to actually mount these on 2 pieces of decorative paper. So my 1 piece of paper, 2-page spread is turning into 3, but don't come at me, like it is possible. I'm just doing something a little different. All right, so as I said, this would look really great on natural. So I'm going to mount it on these beige pieces of paper. I believe this is from the Tone on Tone pack from the seasonal Sightings, because remember that came with like 2, really 3 packs of paper. All right, so let me show you guys how this is going to work. I'm just going to lay these down for a second. You need to take 3 of your borders. So I've got 1, 2, and 3. All right, I'm gonna set these to a side. And one thing I mentioned, or I didn't mention that you'll need is a pair of scissors. You could use your trimmer too, but scissors will be just fine. I want you to take 1 of your borders, just 1, and clip off the ends. Right? Okay, so now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little humps instead of 5 2/2. Now I want you to take 2 of your borders, or 1 of your borders, and I want you to just clip off 1 end. All right. I don't know if you guys just heard that, but that was my little clock telling me I got a new subscriber. Woohoo! Sorry, I'm so easily distracted. So again, I'm taking, I took one border and cut off 2 ends. Now I'm taking 2 borders and cutting off 1 ends. Right? Let me roughly show you how that is going to look on your paper. I'm not quite done with the trimmer. I'm just moving it away for the moment. You've got your 2-page spread here. That one border that is the shortest because you cut off 2 ends, it's going to be on the end here with the decorative side facing out. Then you're going to take those 2 half borders and they are going to be at the top and bottom. So I'm seeing here that I probably trimmed, I mean, I don't think it super matters, but it bothers me a little bit that these are meeting up differently than that one. So let me think that through for just a second. I'm actually going to take this one. It's going to get hidden over here. Okay, and I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to cut off this half instead. Okay, now you guys can see now it's symmetrical. I've got a half ending here and a half ending here. It's okay that this one's missing part. That's going to get covered up. And then my last one is going to go here. All right, so that is where those borders are going. Let's make our final edge over on this side, and we're going to do that with our 12-inch trimmer. But I need to replace the blade. I need to use my scoring blade that I keep tucked in underneath. So I'm just popping that out. Okay, so now I'm going to lift my arm and I'm going to line the top of my waves at the 1-inch mark that is on the right side of the housing unit. Then I'm going to flip this over 180 degrees and do the same thing. All right, I am now done with my trimmer. I can set that aside. And you're going to take those scoring lines and you're going to fold them up. And you have a couple choices. You, just depending on which pattern you like and you want to show through, that is what, that is how you'll fold. So if you like the poinsettias on top of the green dots, you'll fold it that way. If you like the opposite and you want the poinsettias as the base, and the green dots to come up, you'll fold it that way. So you've got choices. I think I'm going to do the poinsettias at the top and just see how that looks, and I can always change my mind. So that is my border. I like it. What do you guys think? I can also fool around with changing up my my borders here to see if I want the poinsettias on the outside. I think I want to keep the dots, and I'm going to go ahead and just start adhering this down. And just like that, I am finished. So remember, had I not chosen to mount this on decorative paper and chose to mount it directly to my pages, like a natural page, this would have taken 1 sheet of paper. 1 sheet of paper decorates all of the edges, of course, except for that middle piece so that you can have a continuous layout. Isn't that magical? I mean, it blows my mind. It's one of my favorite tricks. And remember, this will work with pretty much all of our border frame punches, I think. That maybe is worth doing some exploring. I'd love to see if you guys do this. So to make this a 2-page spread, you could easily, you know, add some embellishments. I think I would put a cluster here, here, and there, maybe like over top of a journaling box, but bring in some of these, I don't know, I'm just fooling around right now. Bring in some of these poinsettias, make a cute little cluster. There's plenty of room in here for 4x6 photos. You could probably get more if you trim them down to 3.5 by 5.5 or even 3x5, since you've got quite chunky borders all the way around. Now remember, I said that you could still do this even if you don't have all of the tools listed. So maybe you don't have the decorative trimmer. That's okay. You can use the different decorative blades on our straight trimmer and have a similar effect. So I did that with this layout here. I used the wave blade from our 12-inch trimmer. Now, I don't like it quite as much. It doesn't have the same, like, I think, pow as that decorative trimmer does, but it will work. Now, maybe you don't have any decorative blades, or you just don't like your decorative blades. You could do this without doing any trimming at all. So, again, I did the same thing here, but instead of trimming and flipping, I just took that 4.5-inch piece and I used that as my border. So my pictures could like cheat into that border completely. It's up to you. Or, you know, you can just do a simple fold similar to our fold technique. I have no words, guys. Is that not just like super duper amazing? How many of you guys have the decorative trimmer? It's the same trimmer back from old Co. So, you know, the dark blue with the yellow blades. This is just the newer white version. It's going to do the same job for you guys. So make sure you dust that off. And if you don't have it, run to creativememories.com/cm/ashleyrush and add it to your cart. What about that geometric frame punch? Ah! This is one of my favorites. It's so universal, but I like the fact that this is going to work with all of our frame punches, so you're going to get more use out of all of them. Now, I told you I learned this from our Japanese Creative Memory sisters. Sachiko Honda is actually the one who taught it to us. So thank you, Sachiko. Konnichiwa? Is that thank you? No. Domo arigato. Thank you very much, Sachiko. Konnichiwa is hello. Duh. My sister actually lives in Japan, so I should know these things. Anyways, I am going to stop showing off all my ignorance now and just talk about the samples. Did you guys have a favorite? Are you like team no tool for the border? I mean, this isn't bad. It's not terrible. Are you team decorative blades from our straight trimmer? Or are you team decorative trimmer? Guys, I love this page. I love it so much. I can't wait to use it. I can't wait to embellish it. It's going to make a beautiful Christmas layout. I got my Christmas nails done, so I was super excited to use these papers, and now I can't wait to print out photos and get started. If you guys use this technique, I would love for you to tag me on Facebook or Instagram in those photos. That is also the best place for you to reach me one-on-one and for us to connect. I'm posting daily content, so make sure you guys check it out. And then if you're looking for more inspiration, check out my Scrap with Ash website. That is where I am posting all of my events, and it'll be where I post information about my clean off the shelf sale. And then last but not least, if there's anything in this video, like my geometric frame punch or my decorative trimmer or this beautiful seasonal sightings paper that you love, make sure you head over to creativememories.com/cm/AshleyRush and add it to your cart. Right now, there is a sale on some of our select products, including the frame punch. So go over there quick. For people catching this on the replay maybe a year from now, I'm sorry, but maybe there'll be another sale coming up soon. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. I look forward to hearing from you all, and I will see you next week. Bye.